Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for watching uh, and follow me on this journey of my epoxy resin. I have no idea what I'm doing, so basically everything I've learned has been from other YouTube videos, and but I want to see what a regular Joe after watching a few videos of the epoxy resin art how they do in the real world. And let me tell you, it's not exactly as it is as good as it is the first time, and that's okay. We were meant to create, all of you, same way God created the world, same way we have that inherent um what do you call it, desire, you can say, to create things. And here I'll explain to you what I'm doing. So I'm mixing the hardener and the resin, a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 ounce of resin equals 1 ounce of hardener. Same way, 1 cup of resin equals one cup of hardener. 1 gallon of resin, 1 gallon of hardener. Same way, very easy. You mix it up. I suggest if you want to start this, start small. Start with a piece of board, nothing fancy. Try not to spend too much money. Try to recycle materials as much as you can. There I am grabbing the the white acrylic. Nothing special. There are different white acrylics that you can use. There's white ink alcohol. They say that works better. But for now, since I am practicing and learning and exploring, this will be just good enough. It was a wonderful day that day. I started doing this in the afternoon, and there it is. You pour the clear first. At least that's what I've seen in other YouTube videos. And and had a notebook too, writing down everything. That's up to you if you want to do that. I felt that that helped me a lot. Um, and just spread it a little bit. I was able to find that cake cutter from the kitchen. I only planned to use it once, but who knows if you can recycle it, by all means. At least this stuff is not that expensive. If you're watching your pocket, if yeah, because at the beginning you're gonna spend some money on materials, um, but it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. It was very windy that day, but we made it happen. This is the space that I have. If I could have a garage or something, it's better. But you have to work with what you have. So yeah, so this is like making a cake, if you will. At least I felt that way. Uh, so that's to take out the bubbles, the heat gun. If you want to give it that clear look. Although to be honest with you, the bubbles don't really bother me. A beach has bubbles too. So I have this torch, and I finally ordered a piece where you can do this upside down. That piece will not work if you use the torch upside down, and I didn't understand why. So remember that torch is mainly used for plumbing jumps, and the way it works is it's right side up. So, and I'm planning to use it. It just won't work. It just won't work. So finally, I'm adding the white acrylic epoxy. I'm doing there the second wave. And I have to admit, this part right here is fun. It really feels like you're creating like you're some kind of like you're the wind in the ocean here. I kid you not. It sounds cheesy, but it really feels that way. And this part is really not that hard. You just hold the gun and the physics, everything else does the job for you. The instructions and like I said, watching a bunch of YouTube videos has helped me a lot. But there comes a point where you have to hit stop on those videos and start grabbing the heat gun, grabbing the material, and just getting your hands dirty. You have to get off that stage of that Netflix mode and just start doing it. And I was also fearful to create a YouTube video. This is like, oh, what are they gonna think and this and that? No. If you wanna do that too, go ahead. By all means. And to be honest, watching the videos in retrospect as I talk to you here in this microphone is helping me also what not to do, what to do next. It's Yeah, it's really good. It's You're teaching others. When you teach something to someone else, you're learning it twice. So I have to say that it's helping me in that way, and don't let anything stop you. If you can do this too, go ahead, do it. You're gonna Other people who are trying to benefit from this will help you. There's no secret that you're hiding that is not out there in the internet. Um, and if you can help others, it's very rewarding. It's very good. So so hopefully you can learn something from this video. At least things that you shouldn't do. I'll tell you that once you're happy with the result the first time, don't mess around with it more than what you have to. And I'll tell you one of the mistakes that I was making here. You have to suspend the board with cups. The next day I came and the tablecloth was stuck to the table itself. I had to kind of rip it out. It wasn't hard. I mean, I don't really care for the tablecloth too much. But in reality, the best thing is if you use plastic. Just cover it with plastic. So there are some bubbles there. Again, I don't really care about the bubbles. I think the bubbles are fine. A lot of videos out there, they take the bubbles out, and that's fine. That's another look. But again, you're gonna when you do this, again, it's nothing like like you think it's gonna come out. It's one of those things like those memes that you see is expectation versus reality. You better believe that's what's gonna happen. Um, but that's okay. The idea is for you to perfect your craft and having fun with it. You can have two different types of looks in your beach. You can just, I have seen some where it's just you appreciate the pattern of the wood, but also you appreciate the with the wave itself. So that's one look that I have seen where it's just the white wave and against the wood, and also adding the colors. But I think that if you experiment with different whites, that will help you a lot. Again, there's the white alcohol ink that you can use. This white acrylic, it's okay, but again, we're just practicing and learning. Finally, I took out the color acrylics, the turquoise, the blue. I forgot the other name of the color there. But if I think there it is in the background, if you can see it. So those three colors, just look at the ocean and compare it. It's just the idea is to have that island Bahamian colors, those three right there. Feel free to add different ones if you want to. Another option you can do besides mixing the epoxy with the colors is painting the board itself like a regular painting. Just think of the wood as the canvas without the epoxy and making a sort of gradient from the blue and the turquoise and the other lighter blues. You wait until that dries and you wait until that dries and then you can add the clear epoxy on top of it. That's another option that you can do. I've seen that before. And then you can do the white waves at the end and you can just do it in layers. You wait 24 hours in between layers. But definitely don't overwhelm yourself. And that's one of the things that happens to me is I don't know when to start, or should I try this or should I try that? Just try one thing and just go with it. I'm mixing the blue. And I'm putting the other blue. And then finally the turquoise. You can also use a brush instead of your hands too, um, whichever you like. I do recommend that once you start using that glove, don't grab anything else. I made the mistake that I grabbed the heat gun. That's a no-no. So just take that glove off and just use another one. And let me tell you, I truly disconnect when I'm doing these art pieces. You try not to mess with it too much. And they are using the heat gun to combine the colors. So the gun will give you the effect of you combining or of making the gradient, going from the dark to the mid to the lighter color. But that is totally up to you. You can just pour on the color and spread it around the best way you can. Again, you can use a brush. But the heat gun seemed to work fine. I'm not gonna say that I'm fully satisfied with it, but that's how this is. You try to make it happen the best way you can. That's how you learn. I try to use the torch there, but that didn't exactly work, so I didn't want to continue with that if it's not working. So it's like beating a dead horse. There's no point in that. See, there's a stain in the tablecloth that went through the table, so that's all right. So there we're making the wave. Well, trying to, at least. And there's no way you're gonna mess up this part. You just have to make that line across. Don't worry if you sprinkle um, any whites around there. That's really gonna make it more natural. There, the wind was hitting pretty hard. Yeah, we'll start making our wave. Yeah, you're gonna see that's really nothing to it. It's just right before your eyes. When that happens, it's just very satisfying. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't very happy with the combination of colors there. And that's the thing, you have to wait or wait 12 hours till the next day for the blues to dry completely, and then you can add the white. But again, I am just messing around with this for your benefit. So, yeah, that's fine. That's how you learn. You just continue. You try different sketches. It's just like drawing. If you're drawing the same thing over and over, eventually it becomes perfection. You just have to like it. That helps your motivation. So I hope that this video helps you. If you think that it did, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe, so that you can follow me on my journey. I'm gonna continue doing this type of work, and I'm hoping that you can follow me along and definitely try it yourself. Uh, for and see that sequence on how we're getting better. Uh, you see, like I shouldn't have done that, and then I'm trying to fix it, and it's just no, not quite, but definitely this one is better than the previous video I did before. I told my daughter to come and see if she wants to see it, but she was just to entertain playing with her little sister. But finally she came to see it, so she can give me her approval. I think she said she did like it. She wasn't too impressed with it at the beginning, so that tells you a lot. Kids are very honest, and here I am trying to fix it again. But that's the thing. The more you mess with it, the worse the worse it gets. So yeah, like I said, one of the things I learned is do the blues first with the epoxy, let it dry, and then you can add the white waves. Um, yeah, mix the colors with the epoxy. I think that gives it a nice shiny look. Um, I am not 100% satisfied with it, but I am happy that I was able to do a second take on this.